Hello and welcome once again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 2nd of October and this time I'm bringing you some news regarding Final Fantasy 15 as Square Enix presented a Final Fantasy Type 0 HD extended talk show this morning, which featured the Final Fantasy director Hajime Tabata, and he provided some info on the game which he was unable to fit in during the TGS presentation. Now, he addressed the concerns regarding the one-button game concerns, as well as a few other bits and pieces. He went into the technology behind the game, the battle system, and the various environments. Now, according to Tabata, it's not as simple as continue pressing a single button, which is obviously what a few people were quite rightly concerned about. He said, quote, "When you continue to hold down the guard button, you basically auto-guard and evade, but it consumes NP. You can't infinitely evade. You have to think about timing when it's a good idea to attack or evade. Also, you aren't invincible. There are attacks you can't avoid. In those cases, there are also essential technical evasion methods. When you push the attack button, you invoke the standard combo. You can change the actions by pressing it in coordination with the directional buttons. The actions change depending on your circumstances, things like whether you're guarding and whether the timing is right, or if your companion is nearby." Now, he also discussed why players won't be able to switch characters and also jumped a little bit into weapon selection and cooperative chains. And he said, quote, "Everyone on the development team thoroughly looked into an active cross-battle system and made free use of attack, guard, and co-op functions, but as a result they arrived at the conclusion that changing characters would be too difficult. In order to create a new and interesting battle system, we ended up not being able to put in the character switching." Now, he also discussed a little bit about weapon selection, and he said, quote, "You set them yourself before battle. You set each weapon considering what actions you can use with which weapons. You can only determine one weapon from the ones equipped to be your main one, but that weapon will come with techniques which can be evoked at your discretion in battle. Besides the basic assault button, attack, you can invoke techniques with the technique button." And then he did discuss a few other things, and I will link the source in the description below this video, but there is one more thing that he discussed that I would like to touch on, where basically he discussed whether or not it's basically going to be more casual, is it still an action RPG? And he said, quote, "In order to widen its appeal, we're developing the game aware that anyone can immediately be able to play it. However, the game as a whole is not casual. Because it's a core game, we have casual controls. If you obtain good weapons and level up, you won't have to worry about clearing the main scenarios." So basically, it's not just a case of infinitely spamming one button. You have to think about evasion, attacking, dodging and blocking and all that sort of thing. And apart from the basic attack, they will consume MP. In fact, it might even consume MP. He was a little bit unclear about that, to be honest, but regardless, there's definitely going to be some strategy involved, which should please a lot of you, and I'm actually really looking forward to Final Fantasy 15. It looks really, really good, and the more sort of free-flowing Kingdom Hearts style gameplay that we've seen from the trailers, it looks right up my street, and a nice break from the paradigm shift system that we didn't obviously like that much from Final Fantasy 13 and its sequels. They seem to have learned quite a bit. Now, the idea of casual controls, well, Final Fantasy has never exactly been a super complex game to control. It's all what's under the hood, what weapons, gear, materia, whatever that you have equipped on your characters. Obviously, controlling the characters and picking which spells or whatever to use has always been fairly simple, so that's not too much of a concern. As long as the game isn't super easy, I think we can all walk away from the experience very happy indeed. Still, do give the full interview a read. It's very interesting. I've discussed most of the key points here, but if you want to give it a read, it is in the description below this video. And also give me some thoughts and opinions. Are you looking forward to this game as much as me? I think it's going to be awesome personally, but do let me know your thoughts. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.